And then the best out of these Italian films, in my opinion, was a Diva Futura, which
Agreed.
is, if you don't include queer in this, is a film set in the 1980s and 90s in Italy, about basically the mass culture adaptation of porn through this Italian agency called Diva Futura, and it paints the lead as like an idealistic man obsessed with beauty and mostly good intentions. He creates a successful empire of the newly coined term porn stars, and pulling these young women up into fame through the girl next door type of aesthetic. And the film also tackles the repercussions of being locked up like by this collective glass ceiling that they are going to reach through being cast as this one thing and never being able to escape it, even if they aspire to be something else. No, I wouldn't say something more. I would say something else than known for porn. There's one notable exception with Ilona Staller, who like made it into like a government position. And this is one iconic clip that seemingly everyone in Italy knew because they were cheering for it when it happened.
Yeah.
It's also like, it's not a made up story. Diva Futura is a real company that existed, so it's like based on inspired by true events, and then kind of goes crazy. And you can kind of see that like one of the characters, the receptionist in the film, ended up writing a book about it, a novel about it, and then she's also a core part of the film when she doesn't really need to be in all of the scenes. Like, you could definitely ride around her, and like she would be one of the maybe omissions from a lot of the plot, but because she's a person who writes about it, she feels like at the center of it all, just always being there, which is like one of the, I think, presentation-wise, I think that's like where it falls short a bit. It also overstays its welcome a bit because it tries to capture like the whole life of Riccardo Schicchi. Schicchi, I don't know how you actually say his name. I'm sorry for all the Italians listening. And Diva Futura, and I think it succeeds in a lot of ways, and it doesn't really fall like that hard when it fails. So again, I had a great time with it. Overall, I think a movie I didn't expect to have a good time with, because I had no idea I was going into like the creation of like a porn agency like halfway through the festival.
Well, the reason I think the movie is good at what it does is because it portrays the main actor. We said Chick, right?
Schicchi is like SCHICCIHI.
Schicchi. Because Schicchi tries to make porn on a very
artful level, right?
ethically correct way, right?
Yeah.
As I said, where we don't take women off the street or people off the street to make porn, like we get tested and all this and that.
It's also like critiquing when they make more of the stuff where the woman just looks in pain, right? And then it's like the others are like, oh yeah, that's what people want. And it's like, well, no, you're normalizing them wanting it by creating it, and it's like this kind of circle. I really appreciated that being brought up. It didn't seem like it was pandering too much, or like showing him in too much of a positive light, although it was doing that. But it felt like a good protagonist to follow, within the porn industry, where you have a lot of like exploitations happening. Yeah.
The only negative I think we both had with the movie was the way it was structured. The intro is like everyone gets introduced. So you got like Schicchi, you got one woman, the other, one more, because I believe the movie has 3 like porn stars at its center of the story, and then you got the assistant as well, but I don't think she gets an introduction.
I think she does.
She does.
She might. I don't remember. It was like 5 or 6 of them. It's quite a few.
Yeah, so you get the introductions, and then the movie kind of shifts between the present. Like I guess the
80s and the 90s. I think mainly
the latest stage of the timeline they're in.
Yeah.
And then they constantly switch back, and sometimes that got a bit confusing. But overall, besides all the little nitpicks and flaws we have, I did overall have a good time with it. as you did, so I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Damn, you moved up your rating. Okay, I like that.
Oh yeah, I did.
Well, you gave it a 6 out of 10, I think, coming out of the festival. But I'll take the 7. I also gave it a 7 out of 10.
Oh yeah, I did give it a 6. Yeah.
But hey, memory, it's a 7, so that's locked in on the Quiet on Set podcast. No take back season.
I know what it deserves a 7.
You now got chlamydia. Anyways, so